All right. Well, it looks like this could be, I don't want to say D-Day because that's a little different. That's going back too far in history. But we might have reached a new line. The president of the United States just came out with a statement this morning that if I was the leader in Iran, I would be worried. You can see here some images of Apache helicopters over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran just fired more bullets at a French ship. Apparently, they did the same thing yesterday to two ships that were crossing, a British freighter and I think another Pakistani tanker that was leaving Saudi Arabia. And this is all in the middle of a ceasefire that they signed. President of the United States just posted some stuff over on True Social. We're going to go through all of this. This was less than an hour ago. I'm going to read it to you word for word in a minute. But first, let me tell you what Iran actually did yesterday. And this is the big one, that they started firing on tankers. And this is the part that they're sort of like burying. But here's what they're not telling you. Yesterday morning, the Strait of Hormuz was open. Iran's foreign minister said it on Friday, completely open to commercial vessels. Oil prices just on that statement dropped 10%. The markets rallied. Everyone sighed sort of like a breath of a deep exhale. 12 hours later, the IRGC gunboats are firing on tankers. And this is less than 20 nautical miles off the coast of Oman. No radio warning, no challenge, just bullets. Now, there's a lot of the doomsayers that are like freaking out saying like, basically the doomsayers is complain about a problem, complain that nothing is happening to solve the problem. The problem gets solved / taken care of with favorable results. And then they declare that the favorable results are actually unfavorable results, rinse and repeat. They want you to believe everything's a failure when the complete opposite is true. This is a coordinated demoralization campaign for you, and it couldn't be more obvious. When the Iranian Navy, the IRGC, is down to a couple of bass boats that you could get at Bass Pro Shop and a couple of clowns with an AK, that's their Navy. So before anybody's like, I thought their Navy was destroyed, it's their version of the Cajun Navy in some Piros. And if you know what a Piro is, you know what I'm talking about. So before you get into the doomsayer, the Navy's not been destroyed, rinse and repeat. Check yourself, because that's just the wrong thing that's happening, okay? The bullets went into the hull of a civilian ship. They hit this Indian tanker, then a second Indian ship. I think it was called the Sanmar Herald. Then a container vessel took a projectile. We don't know if it was from the Houthis. And then from the French president, Macron, he's coming out and, he's going to send a strongly worded email as well. But this is a country, Iran, that signed a ceasefire, and they begged Pakistan to broker this. Now, this morning, things have changed. And the ceasefire that Trump granted them after he had bombers in the air ready to level every power plant on their globe, on their platform, they come out and basically they're trying to make the president look bad. But this is what Trump had in the air. You see this? This right here is a bad thing to wake up to. I don't even know what some of these are. I know this is a Lancer, B-2, B-52, Warthog. I don't know what these other ones are. But if I ever see a shadow of this on the ground in the country I'm in and I'm not American, I'm freaking out. Scale of 1 to 10. How scared should the Iranian government be right now? Because I believe things are about to get Western. That's just my opinion. But when they start shooting at civilian patrol craft or civilian tankers, somebody says 100. Yeah. When they start shooting at civilian tankers, we're gonna get after it. So I'm gonna grab this post from President Trump. He posted this just this morning. Iran decided to fire bullets yesterday in the Strait of Hormuz. Total violation of our ceasefire agreement. Many of them were aimed at a French ship, a freighter from the UK. That wasn't nice, was it? My representatives are going to Islamabad, Pakistan. They will be there tomorrow evening for negotiations. This is round 2. Iran recently announced they were closing the strait, which is strange because our blockade has already closed it. So Iran is just, they're playing games at this point. United States loses nothing. In fact, many ships are headed right now to the U.S., Texas, Louisiana, Alaska to load up. Compliments of the IRGC, always wanting to be the tough guy. We're offering a very fair and reasonable deal. I hope they take it. If they don't, the United States is going to knock out every single power plant, every single bridge in Iran. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I forget who sang that song, but I wish I could play it here. They'll come down fast. They'll come down easy. And if they don't take the deal, it will be my honor to do what has to be done, which should have been done to Iran by other presidents for the last 47 years. It's time for the Iran killing machine to end. Alice Cooper, thank you. I was wondering who sang that song. I know I've heard it. I think it was on the same album as School's Out for Summer. I believe that. I believe it's on the same one. I think I might have that 8-track. If I don't, I need to get it so I can hear that. But that is what's going to happen. And this guy right here, General Raisin Cain, the People's General, I think that's a reference to the People's Elbow, some wrestling thing here. I think that's where we're at right now, guys. I don't know what your thoughts are in the chat. The chat is always much more intelligent than I am. Have we allowed, I don't want to say we, has the president had enough? Do you think he's right in doing this? Because I kind of believe he's at a point right now where he's just had enough. A big shout out. I know I'm no Rush Limbaugh, but every day I miss listening to Rush because I would love to get his perspective on what's going on right now. And one of my members on the channel sent me a original ditto head Rush Limbaugh cup, and I drink out of it whenever. I hate to say it, but when I get a little stressed and I need to like get some clear thinking, I gotta drink out of a Rush cup because it kind of brings me back to where and what Rush was capable of. He was always capable of keeping things in perspective for what we needed. And I believe right now we need level heads. We need a president that's got a level head. It seems like that's what we've got. It seems like what is happening right now is right in Trump's wheelhouse. I don't believe that he is going to be intimidated. I don't believe he's going to cave. I really don't. What do you want to do with your life? That's a weird one. Wow. Okay. Weird comment there. Weird comment back there, but okay. Gotcha. But I'd love to get your take on what do you think is going to happen here? Do you think the president is going to play any games with these the IRGC? I believe the IRGC is not who's in charge. I don't believe anyone really knows who is in charge in Iran. Let me know who you think is in charge in Iran, because it doesn't seem like Tehran, the leadership there, their Ayatollah number 5, it doesn't seem like he's in charge. I really don't know who is making the decisions in Iran right now. But I'll say this, I'm glad that we don't have a guy like the previous president in our office. I believe whoever's making the decisions in Iran could be worse than Joe Biden. I think Iran may have gotten a leader worse than the one that we had. If that's even possible. If that is even possible. I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. But I believe the guy that they have is worse than the guy that we had. Could you imagine if Kamala Harris was president right now? Could you imagine? I mean, would she send a strongly worded tweet, say, don't? Let me show you this. You've got to see it. Just a friendly reminder of who we had in charge. This is the guy we had. Well, I thought I'd get some audio there, but I guess not. Let me try to get some audio here. Let's go here. There we go. Well, maybe not. I don't think we're going to get any audio out of True Social. Oh, well. Basically, this is an entire clip detailing out how bad that the Biden administration was. And we'll try to clean this up and get this audio back on there. But it's a hell of a clip. It's a hell of a reminder about who, yeah, the auto pin can't speak. That's so relevant. Very relevant. We're streaming on multiple platforms. We're on X. We're on we're on Rumble, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. We're on Facebook. We're everywhere. Here's a little question for you. Which one is best for the USA? Bush, Obama, or Trump? 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Will the real leader in Iran please step forward? He's a cardboard cutout at this point. No one actually knows who is pulling the strings, who is in charge, or who's making any level of decisions there. I mean, that's the real answer. And I'll argue with anyone about that because I don't think there is any way around that. I mean, it's the same thing. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between the Democrat Party and the Iranian regime. I really don't, because I don't think anyone's in charge in either area. I mean, you might as well have Kamala in charge of the Democrat Party. Here, I'll see if I can get the audio here.
Do you remember what it was like when the 2020 election was rigged and stolen? Do you remember all the bullshit stories people told you about how the fraudulent election would be overturned? Do you remember the symbols of tyranny when fences went up around D.C. for Joe Biden's inauguration? Do you remember watching fuel and food prices skyrocket in a matter of months? Do you remember watching our borders being invaded by a virtual army of unidentified criminals? Do you remember watching our nation get systematically destroyed for 4 years by the Joe Biden autopen administration? Do you remember longing for the days of winning when we had Donald Trump in the White House? Do you remember thinking he was going to die when the bullet aimed at his brain only grazed his ear? Do you remember rejoicing after witnessing the miracle that saved his life? Do Do you remember celebrating the epic landslide victory in November of 2024? This is what you hoped for. This is what you prayed for. This is what you voted for. So why are you questioning every decision he makes now that he's back in office? God didn't save his life so he could make mistakes. He knows what he's doing. Maybe it's time to shut the fuck up and let him cook.
Sorry for the language on a Sunday morning, but the message is clear. There are a lot of people that cannot get over themselves that the president is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. A lot of people can't deal with it. They really cannot deal with the winning that is happening. Marjorie Taylor Greene came out yesterday, not out of the closet. I wish she would go back there, but she has come out now and said Butler, Pennsylvania was a hoax. Does anybody agree with this lady anymore? What has happened to Marjorie Taylor Greene? I'm not sure what the hell happened to this chick. Good morning, Memphis. God bless you. I don't know what happened to her. But boy, oh boy, how the times have changed. And to come out and say something like this on April 18th, and I don't know how many of you know how important April 18th is. Do you know what yesterday was the anniversary of? 249 years ago? No, 200, would it be 25? 251 years ago. Do you know what happened 251 years ago yesterday? Anybody in the chat know what happened yesterday, 251 years ago? And for her to come out and say something like this is disgusting. Anyone? No, nobody knows. I figured yesterday was April 18th. I thought someone would know what happened. The ultimate American patriot. I see Barcodes knows. Historic night of April 18th, 1775, last night at midnight. The Boston silversmith saddled up and rode straight into legend, lantern in hand. He galloped through the Massachusetts countryside, shouting the alarm, "The British are coming." One dude woke up all of the colonies. He rallied the Minutemen. He helped spark the flame of the American Revolution. He went from crafting silver to defending liberty. There's no known photograph because of the time period, 1775, of Paul Revere. He is a hero. And I believe Paul Revere set the precedence for some of these other patriots like we've got. I don't think you could really find a lot of separation between Paul Revere and Rush Limbaugh. Rush did it from a microphone, waking up America, waking up the world. Paul Revere did it from horseback, waking up Massachusetts. Paul Revere, true patriot, eternal hero, spirit of 76 in human form. He risked everything. I think right now we're at a tipping point where we might be risking everything. I just found this over here. Let me see if I can find this. Here you go. There you go. Little GIF of Paul. But that's where we're at right now, guys. We need to continue to wake up our fellow brethren and brothers and sisters in America. because we can't allow something like this to go unnoticed. Were there other messengers that night? I'm sure there were. But that's the one you and I all know about. And I think the Iranian leader came out this morning and posted some cryptic cardboard post. I don't even know who's in charge right now in Iran. I'll tell you this is happening. 4 C-17s landed in Cyprus. That's just inside of that's off the coast of Lebanon, the Mediterranean, Cyprus, Greece. I've been to Paphos. Paphos, Cyprus is where apparently Paul really started Christianity in a cave, locked up. But these are loading up in Cyprus right now. What are they loading up with? I don't know. This is in Cyprus. Been to Cyprus. There's an air base there, a little town called Limassol. Well, it's not a little town, it's a big town. But what does this mean? If I'm watching this in real time, I'm going to tell you right now, things are not looking friendly for the Iranians.
The ceasefire between the United States and Iran is set to expire in just 72 hours. And already the Iranians are testing the agreement. Over the weekend, 2 vessels that were trying to pass through the Strait of Hormuz reported gunfire toward their ships. Other vessels were able to pass, but the Iranians say the strait is closed once again and in their control.
If traffic is still taking place in the strait today and is proceeding, we control the strait. Now, for 2 or 3 days, the U.S. has deliberately laid siege. What does siege mean? It means that everyone comes and goes, but Iran doesn't go. What a foolish and ignorant decision.
The U.S. blockade of Iranian ports remains in effect. CENTCOM said that 23 vessels complied with their warnings to turn around on Saturday. Additional vessels were forced to turn around today. President Trump spoke from the Oval Office over the weekend about the situation in the strait.
They got a little cute, as they have been doing for 47 years. Nobody ever took them on. We took them on. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no leaders. They have no nothing. Actually, their leaders it is regime change.
The Iranians continue to threaten U.S. forces in the region, but while the Iranians are talking, the Americans are preparing, sending dozens of additional transport planes to the region over the weekend.
The upper hand is with our forces. We hold the advantage. We have not struck many of the targets. In other words, we have left some more important matters for later stages. And if matters return to war again, we hold the upper hand. We can stop oil production. We can shut down 50.
How many of you believe Iran has the upper hand here? How many of you believe that Donald Trump has allowed them? He has played nice for so long. And I saw somebody in the chat says he's about to go full Alice Cooper. You're absolutely right.
15 million barrels of oil a day and keep it suspended for an entire year. We did not want to create major disruption in the world, so we showed patience and acted with restraint.
The reality is the United States has the upper hand, the most powerful military in the world that is preparing if negotiations fail.
So I want to, I found one. They always come out. I love this. I'll just warn anyone, if you make a comment in the chat and I grab it, and I'm mean, if I grab a comment that you post and I make fun of you, that's the disclaimer by posting in the chat. Let's go here. Hellbound. Why does the strait keep closing if they don't control it? Okay. Hellbound, we're gonna give you a little primer in what the Strait of Hormuz is. Okay, we're going to give you a little primer. The Strait of Hormuz is a 22-mile piece of property. That's it. 22-mile little piece of property right here. Now, what I do want to point out is that it's only this part that they control. This little area right here. See this? That is all they control. This is the actual Strait of Hormuz right here. That's what they control. There's the island Hormuz. They say that they're controlling who goes through, and maybe they think they do. Even if I don't take comments down, who took that off? Nobody takes comments off. If they make it through, they can't go anywhere because the Gulf of Oman right here is where we have our warships. Our blockade is here, not here. So no matter what happens, Iran can say they control whatever, but they don't. And if you fall into believing what they say, I'm going to go back to my original statement of the doomers, of the complete and utter doomsayers. And I think maybe you fell into this. I don't know. Maybe that's your jam, where you rinse and repeat a talking point. You latch on to something that you don't want to turn loose. You complain about a problem. You complain nothing is happening. Nothing's happening to solve the problem. Then when the problem gets solved with results for America, gas prices down, economy up, that's a solution, that's the problem. Then you say that those same results didn't work, and you rinse and repeat. Perfect example in real time, ladies and gentlemen. Real time example of exactly what I said. I don't want to say I feel like a genius, but I feel like a genius. And Hellbound, thank you for, subjecting yourself or showing yourself. You exposed yourself. It's okay. It's okay. A lot of negativity, and a lot of people love the negativity. There's people that love it. First thing that comes to mind is the song Paint It Black. What song do you hear when you see this? This is the song I hear, Paint It Black, right now. That's the song I hear whenever I see these helicopters rolling in. Sounds like me going through a washing machine. Why be rude to someone asking a question? I'm not being rude. I'm pointing out the way that negative people respond to success. That's what I'm pointing out. You can call it being rude. I don't care what you call it. Make it sound like whatever makes you feel comfortable. But this is success. When gas prices drop 10% in a day, and there's people in America that are believing Iran, it's success on two ways. It's success that we're seeing what's happening. More importantly, since President Trump has been elected, how many of you have realized how many people hate America? Do you realize how many people hate America since the president was elected? I know I do. I'll tell you the other thing is, I realize how many people can't deal with success. How many people do you know, and you can put a number in there, how many people do you know that as soon as the president does something great, America does something great, they immediately turn it into something negative. I'm going to tell you right now, every time I walk to my mailbox and I turn around and I look back at the life that I have built, I love America even more. Just walk into the mailbox and I look back at what I've done for myself. I love America even more. Every time I see veterans getting better treatment, the VA improving, the president just signed some legislation yesterday to allow a lot of mental health stuff to be used. Some I think they're tropics and psychedelics, ibogaine. I personally have used some of those things to help me with my own problems. There's a lot of people that have lost family members because of the current president. It's not that they lost them, it's that those people hate America so much they can't recognize success. You know it as good as I do. It's sad that they don't want America to be successful. Let's go here. Wall Street Journal is reporting that United States Navy is preparing to start boarding and seizing Iranian-linked sanctioned oil tankers. Operations start over the next couple of days if the ceasefire ends without a deal. Let me ask you this. Here we go. Who is in control of the Strait of Hormuz? 12% say Iran is in control. Point made. Game, set, match. I'm giving it to myself.
Amen.
Boom,
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Game, set, match. 12% of the people in the chat believe that the Strait of Hormuz is under control by Iran. Boom shakalaka, baby. I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Man, it feels so good to be right, doesn't it? It feels so damn good to be right. Let's go here. I think this is a great clip as well. This is going to detail out exactly what's happening or what happened yesterday. See that? So they go through, they hug the coast, gone. Hellbound, does that look open or closed? Open or closed, Hellbound? 4 cruise ships. Do we want the word open or closed? Hit me where your best shot. Who sang that song? Hit me with your best shot. Was that, I can't remember who sang that. Does that look open or closed? Open, close. Open, close. Looks open to me. My son almost killed me over TDS. You got a crazy son. Pat Benatar, thank you so much. Looks open to me there, Hellbound. God bless you. God bless you. Man, some people just cannot see it. I don't think they want to recognize it either. Let's go here. Iran says their enriched uranium is not going anywhere. Right. Okay. Keep believing that. Has anybody seen this guy, Mr. Cardboard? I don't believe uranium's gold, but go ahead. It's worth probably more than gold. A lot of people don't want to recognize success, and we're seeing a lot of success. Let me ask, somebody said the IRGC listened to too much Marilyn Manson. I don't know what song, but I think you're right on that one. Do you think we should start boarding their tankers? Does anybody in the chat here? Let's do this. Should the U.S. Navy, let's go here. Should the U.S. Navy, world's finest Navy, board their tankers and seize them? I can't spell this morning. I was up late celebrating Paul Revere's midnight ride. I had a cigar at little after midnight with a Blanton's, and it felt damn good. I felt American. Oh man, I love that. Hellbound, the Arkansas Lindsey Graham is here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hellbound, have you ever served your country? Have you ever served your country? If you have ever served your country and you continue to want America to fail, then that could be part of your problem. I will always support America, no matter what. And I don't really care who's in charge. If troops are deployed, I will always support the American military. Always. Without a shadow of a doubt. Hell, I mean, it could, Hellbound would have probably turned in Anne Frank, is what it sounds like to me. Would have probably poisoned Paul Revere's horse. Does anybody think Hellbound would have poisoned Paul Revere's horse? Or maybe alerted the British? I got smart. I brought a coffee thermos in here. I got a thermos in here for my coffee, so I don't have to get up and go get it. What do you think about that? Man, that's good coffee right there. I don't know if it's just amazing coffee or it's just, it tastes better sprinkled in with some liberal tears, the people crying. There's a lot of whiners in the chat. I love triggering them. It makes my heart warm. Tonight we honor Paul Revere, the Midnight Ride, spark in the dark that ignited the American Revolution. I believe right now we're seeing another American Revolution. We're seeing maybe a bigger divide than what happened during the Civil War. North versus South. We could be at that level right now with the amount of people that hate America compared to the people that love America. I think we could bear. Let's grab some supers this morning. Det Thomas, $2.99. Thank you, Det.
How dare you?
How dare you? James, 5 memberships.
How dare you?
How dare you? Backwoods.
How dare you?
Tom and Bella.
How dare you?
Larry Adams.
How dare you?
Let's go here. Memphis Conservative. Good morning, Brother Ben and everybody in the chat. On my way inside church. God bless you. Just wanted to donate something this morning, and thanks for the gift you sent. I sent Memphis Conservative I sent him a $2 bill. So he's in church right now, so I think I do owe him. Let's give him one of these. Somebody please think of the children. Think of the children. Think of the children. James, my take is members of the IRGC are low IQs. At this point, they know firsthand from experience Trump doesn't play. A hard lesson is the future for the IRGC. Thank you, James.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
God bless you. I appreciate that. All the money from super chats and memberships goes to help me send some Bibles to veterans. I'm sending out some guitars. I'm trying to get another guitar right now to give away. I've got something in the works. Fireman family needs to sue Marjorie Taylor Greene like they sued Alex Jones. Whoa. You know what? You could be right about that because I forget the name of the firefighter, Corey something. Corey, I think it was an Italian name. Vicky, I think you're right. Marjorie Taylor Greene comes out and says that the Butler, Pennsylvania was a hoax. I forget Corey's last name. Was it? I can't remember. Somebody will give it to me. I don't want to butcher it. The fireman's family should sue Marjorie. 1 for yes, 2 for no. I think that's a brilliant idea. Take back her congressional retirement that she stole from America. Paul Revere, Tommy.
How dare you?
Why does this Hellbound is triggered? Hellbound is triggered in the chat. He is raging lunatic. Zakata, 199. Thank you. Thin Lane, Semper Fi, brother. From the shores of Tripoli, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Thomas Jefferson. Ben, check out Fernandez guitars with auto sustain. Send me the link to that. I'd really appreciate it. I gave away a 12 string. I gave away an Epiphone guitar, and I've got another Epiphone hummingbird that I'm about to give away. If y'all want to see it, let me know. I've got an Epiphone hummingbird that I picked up. Corey Coppertory. Thank you, sir. Compatory. Sorry. Can't read. I'm a dumb redneck from Lower Alabama. Roll Tide. But yeah, I think I will do that. I'm going to grab that guitar here in a second and show you what I'm giving away. I'm going to give that to a veteran somewhere here in the United States. I'm going to cover all the shipping. I just had a setup put on it where they lower the action so it's a little easier to play. Here we go. Oh boy. This will trigger the chat. Take 2. Islamabad. Iran war negotiations will resume this week. Witkoff, Kushner head to Pakistan for talks. Finn, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that. God bless you. And Semper Fi. Iran war negotiations resume this week as Witkoff and Kushner head to Pakistan for talks, Trump tells the Post. Trump could very well hold off before it happens. Do you only take new guitars? No, Cindy. And you don't have to send me a guitar. I pick them up locally. What you should do is go to a local VFW or a American Legion, something like that. And you can help some veterans out. I found it helped me a lot with my own problems I suffer with. I witnessed something really horrible whenever I was in the Navy. A couple of things that were really horrible. And, we all have our own burdens to bear. We're all a beast of burden. I forget who sang that song. Is that the Rolling Stones, Beast of Burden? Right. So, if you want to go with the left-wing news, the Arab news says it's closed. Strait of Hormuz blocked. Arab news. Hellbound, your favorite website. Your favorite news channel. Right there. But that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing the Donald Trump's superpower, whether you want to believe it or not, is exposing who loves America. You and the Rolling Stones references. I like Rolling Stones. I've seen them in concert. Saw them in old Wembley Arena, early 2000s. Mick Jagger's a hell of a performer. Keith Richards is going to survive the rapture. I think he'll survive a nuclear war, to be honest with you. I don't think there's any getting rid of. Look at this. Helicopter takes off the guided missile destroyer, the USS Pinckney DDG-91. Good luck, shipmates. To patrol regional waters in support of the blockade on ships entering or exiting the ports. Wow. Beautiful image there. Sailors and Marines aboard the USS Rushmore. That's where they pulled the hovercrafts and landing craft out of there. Inspirational. There we go. Flying the drone. Gotcha. Marines with the drones. Looks like a Sea King helicopter there. I'm not an expert on aircraft. Look at that one. Man, things are going to get Western there very quick. I hope that our troops, our sailors, our airmen, our Marines, I hope all of them remain in God's hands and remain safe and do exactly what they need to do. And I believe that they are under the correct leadership to do that. The one thing that worries me is how many people hate America right now. That's we've got so many problems just here at home that it's never been more relevant.
Do you feel like something at the White House when this all does end, when you are able?
We'll have a party, right? It would be great. Hey, we've been pushed around by Iran for 47 years, but not anymore.
That's a hell of a statement right there. We've been pushed around by Iran for 47 years, but not anymore. Here we go. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to grab a cup of Joe. I'm out of coffee real quick. Let's go right here. I need to refill the coffee, and I'm going to grab something else that I believe I want to share with everyone. Let's go right here. President speaking in the White House yesterday.
We got a little cute as they have been doing for 47 years. Nobody ever took them on. We took them on. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no leaders. They have no nothing. They wanted to close up the Strait again, you know, as they've been doing for years. And they can't blackmail us.
President Trump warning Iran as the terror regime closes the Strait of Hormuz while opening fire on at least 2 vessels. Meanwhile, the Supreme Leader issuing new threats as the ceasefire is set to end this week, Tuesday night, in fact. Former U.S. Navy Lieutenant Commander Tom Sauer, a mine specialist with extensive experience in Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, joins us now. Good morning, Commander.
Hey, good morning, Lucas. Good to be here again.
So with your experience in mine countermeasures, what is the best way for the U.S. Navy to open the Strait?
Well, I think you have to realize that we've got already, my Navy EOD brothers are already, as we speak, using expeditionary mine countermeasures, XMCM, to search the area of the Strait. Keep in mind that as of this morning, not a single mine has been confirmed, has been found. A ship has not struck a mine. And we have reason to believe, due to indications and warnings, as we say, that there might have been a dozen, maybe more mines that have been laid somewhere in the Strait of Hormuz in the designated danger area that the Iranians laid out on the map, which just happens to be in the main internationally recognized traffic separation schemes for shipping traffic. So we have units there who are searching right now. It does not happen overnight. It does take some time, while at the same time we have additional mine countermeasures assets coming in by sea. We've got the USS Miguel Keith and also the USS Pioneer and USS Chief, which are mine countermeasure ships that are on their way from Japan. It takes a while for them to get there, but they'll be on there for the more robust mine clearing. So that's how we're going to take care of that situation. But it really just comes down to now, the president's absolutely correct. The Iranians are being cute, as he says, and also keep in mind that we took out their Navy, their Air Force, all their mine laying, or all their significant mine laying capability. And there's different factions right now because we don't actually know who is in control of Iran, who's calling the shots. You heard Foreign Minister Abbas Araqi.
Who's in control? This is a fellow squid here. Actually, surface officer, Tom Sauer. Great dude. Follow him over on X. But he specialized in this mine sweeping. And I think it's really good when you have somebody with his background that can come on as a to provide some input there. But does anybody in the chat know who's in charge in Iran? When you have a guy like this that says they don't know, somebody says cardboard man. Yeah. Somebody says our president's making history. Randy first. I think you're right about that as well. Let's see here. Big Mac for the vets. Ben, again, appreciate all you do. Thank you, Big Mac. I can't even say that name. It looks like a password. There we go. Thank you so much for becoming a member. If you become a member on the channel, all you have to do is go to the community post page, and there is a link there to join the Discord server. And the Discord server, it is a private chat, no trolls, no Johnnies, none of those clowns. And there's a link that you can get into the private Patriot chat, private channel, I guess you'd call it, and chat 24/7 with a bunch of Patriots. I'll put a link in there right now for a new link. Maybe the other one's expired. Let's go here. New members, click here. If you're a member, you'll be able to see the link. If you're not a member, you won't be able to see it. So there you go. If you're a member, you'll be able to see it. If you're not, you will not be able to see it. Let's go new members here. And with membership has there's, has a membership, RHIP membership has a privilege. So Silver Squirt and all you other new members, go there and check that out. Charles, Bibles, Dogs, and Guitars. That's a country song. That does sound like a country song. Let's see here. Member for 14 months, Steve 207. Jay Moore just became a member. So do y'all want to see what I'm about to give away or what I'm about to send? Or find a veteran to give away. It's this guitar right here. I'm giving away this Epiphone Hummingbird. There you go. You should be able to see that pretty well. Epiphone Hummingbird that I'm giving away. There you go. Epiphone Hummingbird. Beautiful guitar. Flawless. Just had some new strings put on it. Had a setup put on it. It's not cheap to ship these. So if anyone wants to help with that, feel free. But that's going to find a good home for some disabled veteran that maybe is sedentary, can't get out of their wheelchair, can't get around, can't leave their house, maybe dealing with some anxiety, depression, mental health issues, something like that. Maybe that'll help them as much as, learning the guitar has helped me. So that's what I do with a lot of the memberships, money from all that stuff. Someone also sent me a box of these. Man, I've got so much stuff here on my desk. Somebody sent me a box of these. It's military Bibles, King James Version military Bibles. I'm going to send these out to members and veterans. Let me see here. Here's the letter that came with it. I think I tore the letter whenever I was opening it. Ben, here's some Bibles. Here's some more Bibles for the veterans, more to follow. Lisa W. I don't want to give her surname away. Lisa W. But Lisa sent me a bunch of these, a giant box of Bibles. I'm going to give these away. And I've been giving them away. One of my other members sent me a bunch of constitutions, pocket constitutions. I've been putting those in packages as well. And I get a bunch of cards and all kinds of stuff like that from everyone. This one was from, is it Jerry or Sherry? Jerry in Brownsville, Texas. We got R. Lycus. Send me a bunch of these. I wanted to run these by you. He's got an idea of kind of providing some of these cards or selling some of these cards to help with some fundraising for the different causes. They're like a laminated card or a bookmark. We're going to see what we can do to help more people. Prior, just gave away 10 memberships.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Amen. Hallelujah. Boom shakalaka. Grimwrath member for 13 months. Postage and pause. Thank you so much. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help other people. I have become so appreciative of what I've got. I think it's time to pass on some of the things that I can to other people. It's where I'm kind of at right now in life. I think it's so easy to help other people. Got a bubblehead shirt on. Gonna feel happy about that. Let's see here. What is this? Hey, Ben, watch, listen. I don't know about that guy. I think he's a bit of a centrist. I like some of his music. I'm just not I'm not a big fan, but there you go. This one's probably going to trigger some people. But before I do this, I want to ask the question, who do you think are our real allies? Who are our real allies right now around the world? Who are the allies that we can count on? Drop those countries' names in the chat. Somebody says Rumble is locked. I don't know. Corn Pop got a membership. We'll get Corn Pop out of there. Corn Pop's a clown. Let's see here. Is Corn Pop in the chat? Is he back? I really didn't want to flush anyone this morning. No, I don't see him there. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. But who do you think in the chat are our allies? Somebody said nobody. People are saying Israel. No one came to help the president. No one really. Ourselves. You don't have to be online to see free memberships. I think you have to be online. Yeah, I think you got to be in the chat. Israel's the only trustworthy one. Troll Under the Bridge, I think you might be right on that one. I think the president also agrees with you. Troll. Whether people like it or not, they have proven, whether people like Israel or not, they have proven to be a great ally of the United States of America. Courageous, bold, loyal, smart, unlike others that have shown their true colors in a moment of conflict and stress. Israel fights hard, knows how to win. Italy is not our ally. They have done nothing. Italy's done nothing. Japan, maybe. Thailand, don't know. Been to Thailand. A lot of girly boys there. A lot of girly boys. Not Canada. I don't think Canada is an ally either. Japan, Portugal. Portugal, I don't think so. The president says right here that Israel is our greatest ally or great ally. It's going to trigger a lot of people in the chat just by that statement. But is the president wrong? Is Trump wrong? If you trust the president, or if you trusted the president enough to vote for him, is he wrong? Let's see here. I want to put this in the chat to see where everybody's at. Where are you watching from this morning? Drop your state. Let's see who's up early. Love to know who's watching. Israel's the only trustworthy one. Troll, you could very well be right here. I want to do this morning. I want to get some calls. We'll run a couple of segments of some calls. I've got some questions that I would like answered. I got some questions I'd like answered. Louisiana, Southern Oregon, New Jersey, Kentucky, El Paso, great state of Alabama, Roll Tide. So first question, where are you watching from? Number 2, did Iran just blow the ceasefire? Did Iran just blow the ceasefire? Yes or no? One word in the chat. Lines are open, though. Lines are open. Love to talk to you. But I think that Iran... Let's go right here. Let's kick it off with a good call this morning. Line 1. What do you got? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Dave, Ben, this is Dave in Virginia.
Dave in Virginia. What do you got, Dave?
Well, I believe that, yes, Iran broke the agreement, and I think we shouldn't wait until the deadline and hit them now. And then you'll have something to talk about on the deadline.
Let me ask you this, Dave. Is it the Iranian government, or is the IRGC and the Iranian leadership on the same page? Who's pulling the strings there, Dave?
That's a good question, and I have no idea.
That's a weird timeline. I mean, if something happens with our military, we know who made the decision. But it seems like we're negotiating with an empty table, an empty chair. I don't know who we're negotiating with right now. Dave, thank you for calling. God bless you. God bless Dave. Dave says they violated it. Strike them now. If Trump did that on a Sunday, the left would freak out. Let's go here. Line 2. What do you got, line 2? Give it to me. Bring it.
Hey, Ben, calling from Michigan. And did Iran just blow the ceasefire? I hope so. I hope we just blow them off the map and take their oil and just turn that place into a oil refinery full of graves. I don't care.
What about the innocent people that just were born there and lived there?
Oh, well.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, well.
Huh.
I don't care. I really don't care. Just, you know, you know what? It's just, this is what happens when you support leadership that is trash.
Do you think the people there support the leadership, or are they just trapped into, are they being controlled?
I think there's a bit of both. Or, oh, hey, here's a good idea. Let's bring them all here as refugees and then put them on the welfare system and let them vote for Democrats that will keep them there. And then they will try to have Sharia law over here, too.
I hear Dearborn, Michigan's really good right now.
Oh, Dearborn, Michigan is an absolute shithole. Yeah, and we have people that have come up through the political system there that are now running for bigger, higher offices now. So, and it's just ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, I'm so heartless because I just want to turn the place into a giant sandbox full of turds and an oil refinery. You know what? Go ahead, because like I said, no matter what you do with these people, they just bring the stench with them, and we all have to smell it.
Do you have any more room in Dearborn for more refugees?
No.
Okay.
In fact, they should all, I think Dearborn should be just all deported. They shouted death to America in our streets, on our soil, just last year, a year or two ago.
Why has no one actually listened to what they're saying when they say death to America? They're not just like saying that as jokes. They mean this, don't they?
They mean it. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. When you rescue these people from these countries and you bring them here, they get indoctrinated by their people that they're around in their community. And then they just turn into ungrateful sociopaths that hate this country. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you just, let's take all the lepers and put them in our house. Well, then everyone's got leprosy.
Have you ever broken the law?
Yes.
You have. Did they arrest your whole family or just you?
Just me. Actually, it was I drove on a suspended license because I didn't realize that I had an unpaid ticket.
Should they have arrested your whole family or just you?
Just me.
So using that sort of mindset, should they just take out the leadership or the whole country?
Well, how do you take out we keep taking out the leadership and they just bring somebody else in there.
It's an ideology. It's a tough battle. God bless you, man. Appreciate you calling.
Yeah,
hey, the only refugee I like is the song by Tom Petty. Thank you for calling. That's the only refugee I like. Iran has 48 hours. Do they sign the deal or do they eat the kaboom booms? Deal or bombs in the chat? Deal or bombs? You can vote on that in the chat too. Lines are open. 615. Oh, it didn't take long. Line 3. Hit me with your best shot. At Benatar. What do you got?
Am I 3?
You are. You're 3. What do you got?
Oh, I want to say, what about the Shah of Iran? What about Reza Pahlavi? Is all of this just smoking in the air to give him time to rally the forces that he has of the people in Iran? Nobody's talking about it.
I hope that he does go back in power because he seems like a level-headed dude. And the last time that women in Iran didn't have to wear headdresses, his dad was in charge. It was a very westernized country.
Right, and the people are shouting for him. Javid Shah, long live the king. I've heard him speak a number of times, and he makes so much sense. He has a plan. I believe he has the people behind him. So I'm hoping all this other negotiation garbageola is just a smokescreen to give the Shah time to take over again.
We might be running out of time.
Yes, we might. I hope we don't blow up things that will hurt the people even more. I hope we don't do that. We have to leave something for the Shah and his transition government.
Well, thank you for calling.
The people to have something. Thank you.
God bless you. Great call. Well, it sounds like a little voice of reason there. A little voice of reason. We got to get that guy in, right? Let's go here. Trump said no more Mr. Nice Guy. Is he bluffing? Or is this the real red line? I don't want to live like a refugee either. Great song. I got an autograph back here of Tom Petty somewhere. Where's that at? I got an autograph photo of Tom Petty back there somewhere. I ran into him in an airport and nobody noticed him. And I said, if you don't buy me a 25-year-old Macallan, I'm going to tell everybody who you are. And he quickly did that. Trump said no more Mr. Nice Guy. Is he bluffing? I don't know. Let's go Cary, Ohio. What do you got, Cary?
Good morning, Ben. How are you?
Amazing. What would you like to say?
I just want to say that we need to bomb Iran back to the Stone Age. It's what the Iranian people want. You know, the Iranian people are ultimately the ones that are taking it, you know, the hurt. They said that they're more worried about getting murdered in the streets than our precision-guided bombs taking them out. They want them destroyed. And I think that and then they said afterwards, they're going to be the ones to take to the streets. We don't need to put boots on the ground that they want to do it.
Wow. Okay. You think the Iranian people want us to bomb them back into the Stone Age?
That's what they said. They said because they're more worried about being murdered in the streets than our precision bombs hitting them.
Okay. God bless you. Appreciate the call, Cary. Great
God bless
call.
you too, Ben.
I love getting different perspectives on this. I really do. And somebody gave me a phrase the other day. The balls to take the calls. I don't have a Snurdly. I don't have a call screener. I screen myself. Here we go. Line 3. What do you got to turn the audio down? I'll hang up on you. The calls. Yep, there you go. Call back. That was your one shot. I hit you with my last shot. There we go. I won't back down, Tom Petty. Lines are open, 615-475. Turn down the audio. It only says it right there. So if you can't read that, I don't want to talk to you. I don't like talking to people that can't read. Line 2, go.
Hey, Ben, how's it going today?
Amazing. What would you like to say? Where are you calling from?
West Virginia.
West, by God, Virginia. What would you like to say?
I was just wanting to ask you, have you seen the Tommy Robinson video? And I can't remember like what label it's under, where he plays a video of these Islam people, and where they're talking about, you know, all the same stuff that we know they say with the Death to America and how they're going to do this to our women, and then the women deserve whatever they get because it's their fault, and, you know, the whole graping thing, all that. But,
I haven't seen it.
Well, anyways, in the video, you know, they're talking about taking over. They're talking about killing anyone in the world, because these people ain't just a threat to the United States. They're a threat to everyone. And in some of the videos I've seen, they said that whenever they take over, the movies, the music, the TikToks, the podcasters, all that, they said it's over. Because they said if it's not about Allah, you're not going to be allowed to do it, period. And one of them in the Tommy Robinson video that was talking on there said that they've already got a plan in motion, that they're going to be paying Trump a visit very soon.
Interesting. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Just one more thing.
Sure.
There was a woman in the video that watched the whole thing, and then she accused Tommy Robinson of being the one spreading hate.
I hate to hang up on you. I haven't seen the video. I'm sure it's good. but I haven't seen it to verify any of that. So I'll have to check it out. All right.
Okay.
I'll have to check it out. I don't know. Let's go here. Let's see what else we got. Let's see who else we can get on here. Oh, that's interesting. Somebody got suspended. Wow. Okay. Trump said no more Mr. Guy, nice guy. Is he bluffing? I don't know. I don't know if Trump is bluffing. I really don't. I don't think he is. I think they might have pushed him to a point where it's action. Line 2, go.
Hey, Ben, it's JJ from Mass calling again.
Good evening or morning.
Good morning, good evening, absolutely. I talked to you about my cousin Nikki who was on the USS Ohio. It was driving me crazy because I wasn't 100% sure. I remember just looking up at the screen and seeing you, and you always wearing the hat. I saw the Ohio. I'm like, that's the boat that Nikki was on, but it wasn't. He was on the George C. Marshall. I actually ended up speaking to him.
What would you like to talk about this morning that we're talking about?
Well, actually, I just wanted to tell you that because I didn't want you to think I was BSing or anything.
Oh, no problem. I agree.
Yeah, he was on the George C. Marshall. But yeah, this morning, I mean, I ran. You know, I think what you have, you're going to have like 40. There's 40 or 30, whatever little gangs running around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at in Iran right now because they're not very centralized. And there's the government, and then there's this crazy fanatical religious zealotry going on. And a majority of, I mean, I think it was like 30 something years ago, they had like 75,000 mosques. And now they're down to like 25,000. So the country has turned, they're just sick of this fanaticism. And I think as far as, the country goes, it's going to be hell really to sort. There's going to be a lot of little gang wars going on. I mean, Iran is so damn big, and most people don't realize how big it is. It's like twice the size practically of Venezuela, maybe 3 times or so close of Ukraine. I mean, it's a big damn place. But they're certainly not in control of the Straits of Hormuz. I mean, you tell me, if Iran had to get one ship through the Strait of Hormuz, could they get one ship past the United States Navy?
Well, they could get it through the strait, but they couldn't get it out into the Gulf of Oman. That's where everybody is confused. They could get it around the strait, but they couldn't get it into the Gulf of Oman.
Yeah, they're not getting out into the open ocean. They're not.
That's correct.
They're not going to get past the U.S. Navy. So as far as that goes, I mean, if the U.S. Navy had to get a ship in and out,
we've already done it. We've already done it.
We could do that. So who the hell is in control of it? Not the IRGC. Now you could have some moonbat with.
I hate to cut you off. But I give you a couple of minutes here. Okay, I really appreciate it. I try to let everybody get about a minute in so we can keep them moving. I know there's a lot of people that have a lot to say, but I can't. I can't allow, line 2, go.
Yeah, this is Jim. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning.
I just wanted to make one point, and I think they need to get the Iranian people armed, and so they can defend themselves. They may be doing it now that we don't know about it, but I think they need to get them armed somehow. Kind of like they parachuted the 45 caliber pistols into Europe, to the resistance.
Oh, okay.
And they need to get those people armed with some kind of, smaller weapon or something that they could use, that everybody could use to defend themselves.
Here's the one problem with that. Here's my one problem when we give guns to other countries. We always wind up getting shot by the guns we gave away. Tell me a time when we have not armed someone and they've used them against us.
Well, that's true, but in World War II, it was so simple and antiquated that even when the enemy found some of those weapons and picked them up, they didn't use them. I mean, they were 45 caliber, did something different, and they just it was just something simple. I don't mean modern day military-style weapons, but just something they could defend themselves with, and at least have that. That's what I was referring
Is this a real example of why we should never give up our own firearms?
to. Oh, absolutely.
Thank you for
Never,
calling.
ever. Not for my cold, dead hands.
God bless you. Thank you for calling. Poll in the chat. If Trump gives the green light Wednesday, what first? B2s, Tomahawks, or I say carrier, sorties off the carriers? Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Give me a call. An Arkansas caller. What do you got? You got it. Nope. I know you're in Arkansas and you probably can't read. Turn down the audio. It says it right there. Right there. I'm going to follow it across the street. There we go. Turn the audio down. Turn the audio down. Turn the audio down. It's that simple. If whatever you're calling on, whatever you're watching on, turn it down. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Last time I'll say it today. Paratroopers dropping in, no pun intended. What do you got, brother?
Good morning, brother. Happy Sunday. Yes, they did blow it, and we knew they would because they've gone back on their word every single time. And I agree with Kerry. They need to level that place and let the Iranian people take it over.
Paratrooper, I'm assuming you were in the Army. We've talked before, but for those that aren't aware, you're an Army veteran. You've been in combat. At what point do you say, you know what, their threat is real?
Now they've had enough. They've had enough warnings. Trump's told them to. He's blue in the gills. Bomb that place. Take out their oil refineries. Take out everything, not just bridges and power. Their capability to raise money needs to stop, and it needs to stop now because money's the problem with them.
Do you think what would be the first thing you did? Would it be more airstrikes from the F-18s and the Strike Eagles? Would it be B-2s? Would it be Tomahawks? What would be your first move?
Send in everything. Don't screw around. Untie the hands. No one arm behind our back. Just level everything. Stop screwing around. Enough's enough.
Is it strange seeing a president that has now understood the military capabilities that he has? Because I don't believe previous presidents understood the firepower that the United States military has.
Yes, they have no idea, and if you haven't been in it, you just don't realize how much power we do have.
Paratrooper,
with
thank
great
you for
power
calling.
comes great responsibility. God bless,
Hey,
brother.
you know who
Happy
said
Sunday.
that? Do you know who said that quote, with great power comes great responsibility?
I don't know, Spider-Man.
It was a quote by a guy by the name of Stan Lee. He was a World War II Navy veteran. Stan Lee went on to create Spider-Man and Marvel and all that stuff. You're absolutely
yes, sir.
right. God bless you. Purple. Let's see here. Raise your hand in the chat if you're a veteran. I want to see who's riding with me. Put your branch of service in the chat. If you're a family member of a veteran, put the branch of service of your veteran. We got a lot of women veterans in the chat. If you're a family member of a veteran, put the family member's branch of service. Lines are open. Let's talk right here. Who do we got? Line 6. Line 6. Go.
So I have a question for you from a military standpoint.
Yes,
What I
ma'am.
want to do first is which is the most effective and which can we uphold the most? You said we've got about 40% of our ships there. At this point, we're spending a lot of money. We're putting our men and women in uniform in danger. I just want to do what is the most effective and what is the best for our folks.
When you say our folks, do you mean the military downrange or do you mean the people here?
I think that when we protect our men and women in uniform, we do what's best for us at home. In my mind, we're a unit.
Okay. Yes, we do have about 40% of our United States Navy in that area. And right now, I mean, let me ask you this. If you don't sound like you've ever been in a bar fight, but I have. If
You're
you've
correct.
I've just assumed you'd never been in a bar fight. I've been in a couple of bar fights. There
correct.
reaches a point in every bar fight where you realize you're gonna get hit in the face, and you look around and you're like, how many of my buddies are there? And I hope we outnumber the others. And if you outnumber them, you're gonna take some lumps, but you're gonna come out better for it. And I believe that's what we're at. We're in a bar fight right now. Thank you for calling. Great works, Ben. Jay Bowen. Ain't seen you in a while. James, hey Ben, I sent a couple of golden twos. You will understand when you get them. James with a little cryptic message there.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
And
Thank you, James.
boom shakalaka.
God bless you. Boom shakalaka. Y'all let's take a peek into insanity. Welcome to the insane asylum. How would you like to say?
I would like to.
Yep, you're gone. Goodbye. I would like to go make some waffles. Johnny is gone. Line 7. What do you got?
How you doing? With the guy that was talking earlier about leveling it, he's absolutely right. Really think about this. My brothers were fighting during Desert Storm.
Okay.
I was with Afghanistan 2011.
Okay.
And now it's a rinse and repeat. This is a 4-decade thing that's been going on. If we don't stop it now, my grandkids, I'm a millennial, my grandkids are going to be fighting the same thing that we're doing. If we don't stop it, no one else will.
What branch of service are you in? What branch of service?
I was in Marine Corps, sir.
Semper Fi. So here's my thing. And when you were deployed to Afghanistan, you had a thing that was called rules of engagement that restricted you and all of your brothers, didn't it?
Absolutely. And resources were cut constantly. We were scrapping other Humvees for armor. We had phone books. We had phone books in the doors from Atlanta and on the floorboards just to prevent from holding us down.
Now, I'm just going to say this. I was in Iraq in 2005. I'm not saying I had it easy, but I was with the Brits and we had beer. So I'm not going to, but I'm a typical sailor and I was a submarine guy and I didn't know what the hell was happening. But
right.
I'll
None
say
of it's
this.
easy though.
Yeah. None of it's easy. No, exactly. And I think for the first time, we have a Secretary of War that has made us a leaner, meaner fighting machine. And it feels strange. I think if I was in uniform right now, I would be inspired. But I think a lot of people see it as like, wow, we've got somebody that actually cares for the troops. And
absolutely.
I mean, you were in 11. So you were, I don't know when you went in or when you got out, but you experienced Obama.
Yeah, out of Hellman. Yeah. It was a mess.
You experienced Obama. You experienced the Bushes. We both know that every porta potty over there had KBR in it, and it said "Keep Bush Rich." Do you remember that? Do you remember every toilet had "Keep Bush Rich" written in it?
Yep.
And
so now, and that's why it's like we got to take care of this now. If we don't, it's just going to continue on, and again, our grandkids are going to be fighting this. And it's just, this goes back a few generations. This is what happens when we keep, politicians in line who just care about the welfare of their own family instead of the people that they're supposed to support.
It's really pitiful that what's sad is we experienced time in the service when we didn't get this level of support. And I believe right now, and you probably know some, I know some fellow veterans. There's some of them with very loud platforms on YouTube that would love to see America fail because they could just latch on to like Trump messed up. They would rather American men and women in uniform die so that Trump looks bad. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
It's pitiful.
All just to make the picture look bad.
Yeah. Well, God bless you. Thank you for your service. I'm sending a bunch of cigars to the USS Boxer right now. I've got a Cigars for Warriors fund, and I've got a buddy on that ship, or actually a buddy's son is on that ship, and he's going to pass them out to all of the Marines that are on there. So I really appreciate you calling. God bless you. Semper Fi. Take care.
Semper Fi.
There we go. Marine. Ben, don't you think Iran would send a nuke to the USA in a New York minute if they could? They're evil to the core. Chat, do you think Iran would drop a nuke on us if they could? Do you? That's a great question for the chat right there. Sassy Trumper, Fafo. Thank you very much for the super. No, I will never take your call again. Member for 3 months. Thank you very much. They're Irish Baby 68. Let's go. Oh, this will be a good one. Mark, Pittsburgh. What do you got?
Hey, Ben, what are the odds of that our next move that we could take out their communications? If we blind them, right, isn't it possible we can just start controlling the lower part of the strait?
Well, what communications do they have right now?
Well, where they're choking everybody going in that island, right there on the tip of right in the middle, they're forcing everybody to go through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm under the impression that is the island of the communications, the comms, that controls. They know where everybody is. I'm sure they have backup too.
Here's the one problem that I see with that. If we take out their communications, I mean, all of them, how would they ever contact us to let us know they surrender?
That's a good point. I'm just trying to say, instead of blowing up the island with the oil refineries, we just take out that some of the island that has the communication. If they're partially blind, then we can move in and escort merchant ships through the lower part where they're mine sweeping right now.
Okay.
I mean,
thank you for calling. I appreciate it. God bless you, Mark. Did anyone go into a jukebox in your bar fights? Scott, I remember the best bar fight I was ever in. It was in Vancouver, BC. Vancouver, BC. Best bar fight I've ever been in. I agree with him 100%. We need to stop being soft with our enemies that aren't normal people. Let's do this in the chat. I want to know this in the chat. If Trump gives the green light, 54% of you, military experts, say B2s. I want to get this question answered. Do you think Iran would nuke the USA if they could? Yes or no in the chat. Do you think that Iran would drop a nuke on us? Let's do this. Do you think Iran would nuke the USA? Answer that in the chat. And make sure y'all share my my videos. Somebody just sent me a thing. They shared it on Getter. I'm not even sure really what Getter is, but make sure you share that in the chat. You're wasting your time. You are the absolute dumbest human being on the planet. I have met a lot of dumb people. Never that dumb. Line 4. Thank you for calling. Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Ben. This is Jerry in Brownsville. How are you?
Amazing. Brownsville, Texas. What do you got to say?
I just wanted to say, to thank all the military for their service. My dad was in Korea. He was in the Army. And the day before they signed the ceasefire or whatever, he was scheduled to go to the front line. And he always said, we never finished the job. We should have blew them off the map. And I agree with that other caller that said we just need to go in and blow Iran up.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's a powerful statement. Powerful statement. God bless you. Thank you for calling.
Well, you bet. Bye-bye.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really, let's see here. That's one that I got to think about, Lines are open though. 615-475-7864. When we have average Americans calling in saying I'll wipe them out. It's a weird one. Line 3. What do you got, line 3?
Hello, sir. My name is Stephanie. I'm an Army veteran.
Thank you for your
14
service.
years in.
Thank you for your
You're
service.
welcome, sir. And to answer your question about Iran and nukes, I think if they're going to do it, I think it's going to be dirty bombs.
You think that's what they would do against us?
Yeah, big events like the football game, or Holly, Pack City. Yeah, remember that movie Summer of All Fears with Ben Affleck and Morgan, and they snuck that dirty
Well,
bomb like in.
Let me say something here. You're onto something. If they had the capability to get uranium into our country and use a dirty bomb, like you said, we've got the Olympics coming up and the World Cup coming up. Would those events be appealing? Would that be an attractive situation?
I believe so, sir. I believe there's a mass quantity of people you can take out in one sitting.
I think
It's a
you're
mass
right.
event.
I mean,
It's a mass event.
well, one of the largest events in the world is the World Cup and the Olympics. Those are both happening this year in the United States.
So I just I saw too much and saw too much at the Pentagon. I was Air National Guard before I went out to do the Army, and I did active duty Air Force tours at the Pentagon. And I just saw too much from 9/11 on of what's going on in the terrorist cells that we have let in with the open borders. And you heard about those missing missiles that was snuck in that they can't get find.
Well, thank you
They're
for
like-
calling.
Yes, sir. What about those missiles they snuck in, sir? You heard about that?
I did. I don't know if that's been confirmed or found or what. I don't know. I'm going to have to check into it.
Because I know sometime last year, from rumor I heard it, I heard that 8 missiles was snuck in and we can't find them.
I would need to
Across the
confirm
border.
that. I would need to confirm that.
That's
But
right.
find the link and send it to me. I would love it. God bless you. Let's see here. Ben, I've been in the corner watching. I said, let the wheel turn. Russia's watching you. Godspeed to all. Man, that's a great comment. Thank you very much for calling or for that comment. Caller's absolutely right. The hostiles will try something. Wow. We're there. I want to, man, this just came out here. I want to share this here real quick. This one just came out. I want to see if I can play this clip here and we'll get back to some other calls. But man, the crowd is on fire this morning.
Well, the Iranian command and control and government is in absolute disarray because of the devastating attacks across its leadership. You're right. You heard the Iranian foreign minister say it's open, and then the IRGC step in and say, no, it's closed. Regardless, it's the blockade, the U.S. Navy, and President Trump who's ultimately deciding what gets in and out. So he has completely turned the tables on Iran's attempt to hold the entire world's economies hostage, on its attempt to punish the world as a result of this dispute over its nuclear program. But to your point, I promise you, I assure you, the United States doesn't trust anything. Any agreement that comes out will have to be verifiable and enforceable. And back to my position here in the United Nations, the International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA, and its nuclear inspectors, I'm confident will be a key part of whatever's resolved.
You know, I'm glad that we have people in Trump's cabinet actively saying they don't trust Iran. I am happy to see that because I believe under the previous administration that Biden, Bush, Clinton, Obama, I need to wash my mouth out after saying their names. I believe they all trusted Iran. And I think that's how we got here. That's how we got here, is they trusted them and we let them kick the can down the damn road. It's pitiful. FJB, Obama, F. Bush, Clinton. I think that's a mouthful, and I agree. 100%. I believe that's how we got here. We trusted the enemy. Let me play this. This is a clip that just came out. President Trump just shared this on Truth Social. I want to play this clip here. President Trump just posted this just a few short minutes ago. Let's go here. I'm going to move myself up here in the corner. There we go. I want to play this. Let's see here.
Sometimes in history, there's this magic moment. Somebody appears on the scene and everything changes.
I am with you.
We've never seen anything like this.
I will fight for you,
This was a man who's met his destiny.
and I will win for
He said he was saved by God in order to make America great again.
His victory was the greatest comeback of all time.
We're watching history, so buckle up.
Sometimes in history,
That's pretty inspirational. That is pretty damn inspirational. And I can't say that he's wrong about it. Now, President Trump was on a roller coaster of X posts last night. He posted that. He also posted another. Let me see if I can find this here. He posted, where is it? I'll find it here real quick. Man, so he posted that. Here's another one that he posted. Now, I can't play the audio out of this, but President Trump posted a song by old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra, I'll Do It My Way. Look at this. So Trump posted that last night at a little after midnight. I was up celebrating Paul Revere. Is he sending a real signal? Look at what else he posted. Trump, the best is yet to come. So he posts old Blue Eyes singing I'll Do It My Way. He posts the best is yet to come. Trump is not. Oh, yeah. Just celebrate this one. Candace Owens blocked me a few months ago. It's one of my life achievements. It's one of my big achievements in life. I used to think Trump was just a great president, but watching the media, the FBI, the entire system unite against him, against one man, I've realized something. You don't get attacked like that unless you're the threat. That's when I knew he's the greatest president of all time. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is that wrong? We have never seen another leader in the United States get attacked like this. Did you notice how quickly that they got rid of Swalwell with the women accusations? Do you not think that if they had the same thing on Trump, that they wouldn't have gotten rid of him? They got rid of Swalwell like that. They hate this guy, but they can't touch him. Yeah, Candace blocked me. It's one of my life achievements. What about this one? It's about to get Western. Iran reimposes restrictions. John Wayne says, howdy, feller. Howdy, feller. That's AI of Trump doing that. Crude oil dropping like it's hot. I mean, this is dropped faster than Kamala at a Democrat fundraiser. They tried Stormy. They tried E. Jean. No dice. Good for you, Ben. I'm glad Candace blocked me. Yeah, it's kind of one of my life achievements. I was blocked by a person that I don't want to. Oh, wait, hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. My Fast Cars, U.S. Navy, 26 years, served on the 617, 624, 635, the Mighty Miami, and the SSN 755. My Fast Cars. I saw that comment rolling through. God bless you. My first boat was the Ohio, Nebraska, Carter. Did a little riding on a couple of other boats, doing some project stuff. You know what I'm talking about without me telling you. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service. It's good to see another bubblehead. You're going to like the outro. You will, you know what? Let me play this before, because I got to use the head. And I'm going to play this. I'm going to use the head, give you a little sneak peek, and we'll grab some more calls.
Chief of the Watch on the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive, sound 2 blasts of dive alarm, pass the word, dive, dive. Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Same old song again. Same old song again. Marching down the avenue. Marching down the avenue. We don't know when we'll be through. We don't know when we'll be through. A long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. And Cruder just inside here. Cruder just inside here. And that I gave them 5 years. And that I gave them 5 years. Had to get out of boot camp. Had to get out of boot camp. They won't like the smoking lamp. They won't like the smoking lamp. Now I'm a submariner. Now I'm a submariner. Rolling in the deep surf. Rolling in the deep surf. Some secret mission, hush, hush. Secret mission, hush, hush. No one's gonna find us. No one's gonna find us. 6 months below the ocean. 6 months below the ocean. I can't remember the sun. I can't remember the sun. Can't write my wife no letters. Can't write my wife no letters. And Tony's gonna get her. Tony's gonna get her. But I won't trade this life away. I won't trade this life away. Makes it worth the Navy pay. Makes it worth the Navy pay. If I can't be a bobblehead. I can't be a bobblehead. Might as well just be dead. Might as well just be dead. A long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Say Riley, 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 Riley. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Coral Sea. I've been to Coral Sea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Korea. I've been to Korea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor.
We'll get back to that at the end of the show. We'll play the full outro. I wanted to grab some more calls. I had to raise my desk up, a little standing desk action. Thank you for the people that helped me do that. I really appreciate it. Let's grab some more calls this morning. And I want to get your take. If you're a submariner in the chat, you get head of the line privileges at Chow. Head of the line privileges at Chow if you're a submariner in the chat. But post your branch of service. Let's go here. We got an Arkansas caller, line 2. What do you got?
Hey, Ben. Good morning up there in northwest Arkansas. I'm calling from Navarre, Florida now. So
Navarre, great area.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know what the right course of action is over there, but I don't trust them, and I just think if we don't completely cripple and disable that leadership as a whole, that it's just going to be this repetitive cycle that we've been dealing with for the last 5 decades.
You know, I think the American people are starting to realize that this is just we've realized that the military industrial complex is a cash cow, and it's a cash cow for certain people. So by keeping the ability to have forever wars, people like Nancy Pelosi are making a hell of a lot of cash. And I believe Donald Trump hasn't taken a paycheck. He's not in the White House to better himself. And I believe when he got shot, it changed his entire outlook. That's just my opinion. My opinion.
Absolutely. I agree.
Well, thank you for calling. Woo pig. We'll say woo pig to all the Razorback fans all over the country. God bless you. There we go. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Let's see here. Let's go right here. Line 3. What do you got? Line 3.
Hey, Ben. This is Cindy from Georgia.
Cindy in Georgia.
How are you today?
Amazing. What would you like to say?
I want to say that it's easy for people to make these comments about what the president should do, but imagine actually being the man that has to push the button.
That's a hell of a lot of stress or a hell of a lot of power.
Yes, it is. And I love our president, and I love your show, and God bless you, Ben.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion? What should the president do? What do you recommend?
Well, I don't think he can back down now. I don't know exactly what the next step should be. If he should have more talks, which I don't believe anything the Iranians say. I don't think he does either, really. But I don't think we can back down. If we do, it sends the whole world.
You got kids?
Another Biden statement.
I'm going to assume your gender. You sound like a woman. And
I am, yes. I'm a female. I'm a woman. I'm a lady.
Hold on. Do you have kids, or you did have kids, right?
I do. I have 2 children. They're grown and a grandson.
Hold on. So at some point when you tell them not to do something, if they don't listen, you got to get the switch. And if you don't, they know you're never going to follow through. That's my theory.
That's exactly right. I mean, you can't.
I think Trump's got to get the switch. God bless you. God bless you. It's time for the switch. My granny would send me for a switch, and if I didn't get one that was good enough, she would go and get it. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. The 5-knuckle shuffle. I saw that one. Oh, redo the poll with only one question. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. We'll do that. My apologies. Line 3. What do you got, 3?
15475.
You've got to turn the audio down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to do that, but I just do. I can't do it. Lines are open, 615-475. It says turn the audio down. It says it right there. Go, line 3.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I believe that they should bomb the bridges and everything to take it out. And also, I think they should play the Cutthroat song that Santa Ana played at the Alamo. Let them hear that for a couple of days before make them think about it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for calling. God bless you.
Yep.
Let's go here. Line 2. Go.
Hey, Ben, this is Off-Road Runner.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Great. What would you like to say?
Hey, just it's time to finish this thing. You know, I don't think the ceasefire was a good idea. I kind of get why Trump did it, but you know, let's get the minesweepers need to finish their job. I think that's why we haven't moved the battle groups further up. And
I think by giving them a ceasefire, he allowed them to make a decision for themselves, right?
Sure.
And to show the world,
he's being patient. Right.
Yeah, to show the world, to show the American people, they made this decision.
Absolutely. And it's, you know, it's time to take the Strait and the Carg Island. And I think once we do that, we don't need to sit there and and bomb the entire infrastructure. But if we take the Strait and Carg Island, we've got them by the balls.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to agree with you 1,000% on that. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate it, brother. God bless you. Let's go line 4. What do you got? Line 4.
Hey, Bernadette Johnson. I agree with the guy that said we need to level Iran. It's hard to fight an ideology, and unfortunately, the only way you can do that and eliminate that ideology is to get rid of 2 generations.
Let me ask you this. What is more dangerous right now? The ideology in Iran or the ideology that has been adapted here in America that police are bad, Iran is good, patriots are horrible? What's more dangerous, the one here or there?
I think it's more dangerous when it comes here.
I agree. Thank you for calling.
If you want to...
Line 2, what do you got?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Ben, I heard that there were 2 sayings or quotes from World War II veterans. One of them was praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
I've heard that.
And the other one was send them all to God and let him sort them out.
I think there is, I don't know the actual terminology for that one. What I think there's one, kill them all and let God sort them out. I think I've heard a version of that. Maybe the one I heard had some swear words in it, but I think you're right on that.
Yeah, all right, have a good one, bud.
Take care. God bless you. Man, the phone calls are on fire. There's so many people afraid to take phone calls on channels. I don't understand why. I love talking to you guys. I love getting real-time feedback from people in the chat on what y'all believe. Oh, it was a Marine saying that was that. Okay. Mike, ACG. Mike's one of my, man, that guy right there is a legend. Mike, thank you so much. There is a lot to that. God bless America. Brian, thank you for becoming a member. Ben Dykes laying the smackdown on the trolls. I hate trolls. I'll tell you what else I don't like is contrarians that will always find a little nugget, a little dingleberry of negativity. They will never find anything in their life to be happy about. Let's go right here. Line 2, go.
Good morning, Ben. This is John from Massachusetts.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'll just make sure. I thought my Wi-Fi wasn't working. Anyway, good morning, sir. I just wanted to say, I think that Iran, I think they're just trying to run the time along, run the time. So if I had to guess, Trump's probably going to send in the B-2s and just end it.
What are they trying to waste time for? What are they trying to waste time for? Do they think that we're going to run out of resources?
Yeah, I think maybe they're just trying to drain us. Yeah, run our resources down. I mean, maybe they can come up with a better deal or something, but I think Trump is pretty set in his deal making here. So I think we're going to see some bombs dropped, honestly.
Yeah, I could see that.
So,
I really could. I could.
So, but anyway, man, I just want to say it's my dog's birthday today. He was born on Paul Revere's Midnight Ride Day. So
you better take him for a
from
long walk and
Massachusetts.
give him a good treat.
That's right, man. That's right. Anyway, take care. Take care.
God bless you. Great call. FYI, Willie Nelson's a socialist. Here's my thing about musicians. I only want to hear their music. I don't care about their politics. I don't care about artists' politics. I like Willie Nelson's music. I don't care about his politics. And I'm not going to get hung up and lose any sleep over it either. Once you realize that in life, that certain people's opinions don't matter, your life is really better. It really becomes better. That's my thoughts. Line 2, go.
I think we should just go in there, clean the whole place out,
and take the oil, because we've already paid for it. 2 presidents have paid for that oil already in advance, and just take the oil and forget about it. It's 50 years, 50 whole years of messing with this.
You got any family in the military?
I was in the military. My dad was in the military. My uncle was in the military. I served in places in the Army. My uncle was a Green Beret in Vietnam. My dad was in the Air Force. My grandfather was World War II in the same unit that I was in. That was really fun. So, yeah, I understand what I'm saying.
Hold on. Here's my question. Are you ready to see the news 24/7 cover American service members dying on the news? Because you know that's all they're going to run 24/7.
They already run all their junk. I don't listen to them. I listen to people like you.
Hey, man, that's a hell of a comment. God bless you. I appreciate that. God bless you. And thank you for your service. That's a good compliment.
Amen.
Hallelujah to Boom Shakalaka.
Hallelujah. And Boom Shakalaka.
Wow. Question for the chat. Do you care about anyone's celebrity's opinion? I learned something very early on. Do not worry about the opinion of people that you don't know or you don't already trust. Once you realize that, it's pretty easy. It becomes really easy to not care about the opinions of people that don't matter. That's my thought. Let's go line 1. We're back at the top of the scoreboard.
Morning.
Go right ahead. Good morning.
Yes, sir. I think there's 2 things that we're going to need before the midterm elections. And one of those things is voter ID. And the other thing is some actual arrest of people who have committed treason against our country.
Who has committed actual treason?
Well, I would say Adam Schiff, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, John Brennan, former CIA guy, just to name a few.
Do you know the real definition of treason?
It's when you take a physical act of sedition against your country.
It's not, no. It's much more severe than that, or much more precise than that. It is right here out of the Constitution. I have a digital version of the Constitution on my computer, but it's in Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution. I'm going to read this to you here real quick. Let me pull this up. Article 3, Section 3. Treason is the crime of betraying one's country by levying war against the United States or adhering to its enemies by giving them aid and comfort. It's the only crime explicitly defined by the Constitution, in the Constitution, reflecting the founders' intent to prevent its misuse for political purposes.
Now, do you think that there's any of these people that I mentioned, like Barack or John Brennan or some of these people who have actually committed treason, or do you think that treason definition doesn't quite fit them?
I think the treason definition is a little more stringent. I do believe that what they've tried is a coup or try to overthrow the government. I think there's a fine line between overthrowing the government and treason. And I think that is where they didn't cross the line into treason, but they towed the damn line. They were walking the fence. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Who sang
I
that
do.
song, Walking the Line? Was that Johnny Cash? I can't remember. I
Yeah,
heard a song, Walking the Line.
I think it's Johnny Cash.
I think they were walking the line. Now, do I think they're good people? Hell no. But right here,
No.
Conviction requires strict evidence, either the testimony of 2 witnesses to the same overt act or an open confession in court. Do you think you would ever get an open confession in court from any of them?
No, not unless you take down someone who is going to bring down the others with them.
God bless you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Great call. If you join the channel as a member and I send you some stuff, I'm putting one of these in there. Article 3, Section 3. Check it out. Let's go right here. What do you got? Line 2. What do you got? They hung up. God bless you, line 2. Article 3, Section 3. Oh, here we go. The problem with Iran is the Islamic Republic regime that is in power. Let's go here. The real Iranians are waiting to be given the green light from Trump and Pahlavi to rise up. Are they going to notify them via Q? Are they going to send out a Q signal? Thank you, KB Anti-Commie.
Amen.
Great comment. And a super
Hallelujah.
chat there to
And
light
boom
it up.
shakalaka.
You guys are the best. I'm thinking, Justin says, bacon. That's based. He's just like, hell with it. Bacon. Justin, God bless you. Yeah, do that. No, you will never talk on this channel again. You are an absolute. I don't want to insult people that are mentally handicapped. But the person that continues to try to call is dumber than they are. Too dumb to even get in the Special Olympics. Bobby, Tennessee, what do you got?
Hey, you know, I have a disagreement with the way we talk about the negotiations. We're not really negotiating with Iran. We're negotiating with
the
Shia
news media.
terrorists.
With the news media.
With the news media. Yeah, it's not. They keep talking about the Iranians. These people are not Iranian. They are Shia militias, and they right now, no matter what the so-called temporary government is trying to negotiate, they don't have the military. The military is the strong arm of what the Ayatollah wanted, not what these new guys want. So it's never going to work. Now, I think Trump understands that. He knows that. And number two, if the EU doesn't change course, the Shia militia is going to end up transferring power to Europe, because that's what they've been building on. You know,
I could
and
see that. I could completely see that. 1,000% I agree
Yep.
with you. That
because
go ahead.
That's where that's where the Ayatollah came from originally. They housed him until they had enough people to take over Iran, and since then they've been called Iranian. They are not. They are terrorists.
I don't think you're wrong. I can't argue with that. But I believe right now Trump is not negotiating with Iran. He's negotiating with the liberal news media.
Absolutely.
And I don't think you ever win a negotiation with the liberal news media.
No. Do you see a correlation between the Shia militias and the terrorists and the ideology of these colleges and what's spreading in our news media now? They're hand in hand.
Yeah, I agree.
They've all joined forces together. I mean, Ray Charles could see that coming 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
That's what I want to say there, Ben. Great show, man. Love you, brother.
God bless you. Take care. Chat, question for the chat. Is Trump negotiating with the news media? I think that's what we're doing right now. I don't think Trump is negotiating with Iran. I think Iran is taking their advice or taking their decisions from the actual news. And it's not working. They're following some chaotic level of something that is not working. And I don't know at what point that they realize that. It's weird, man. It's weird. I want to do this real quick. Let's go right here real quick. This is coming out this morning. Let's go here. I want to play this. This is apparently this morning. The liberal news media has committed treason. How many of you agree with that one? I hate to say it. I can't prove you wrong. Some people think that I want to try to argue with people. I'm not here to argue with anyone. Not here to argue with anyone. I'm not here to try to convince you of anything or prove anything to you.
Holding a situation room meeting yesterday with top officials as he weighs whether or not to extend the ceasefire with Iran, which ends Tuesday night.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yinks joins us now from Israel with the latest. Trey, good morning.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. The ceasefire between the United States and Iran is set to expire in just 72 hours. And already the Iranians are testing the agreement. Over the weekend, two vessels that were trying to pass through the Strait of Hormuz reported gunfire toward their ships. Other vessels were able to pass, but the Iranians say the strait is closed once again and in their control.
If traffic is still taking place in the strait today and is proceeding, we control the strait. Now, for 2 or 3 days, the U.S. has deliberately laid siege. What does siege mean? It means that everyone comes and goes, but Iran doesn't go. What a foolish and ignorant decision.
The U.S. blockade of Iranian ports remains in effect. CENTCOM said that 23 vessels complied with their warnings to turn around on Saturday. Additional vessels were forced to turn around today. President Trump spoke from the Oval Office over the weekend about the situation in the strait.
They got a little cute, as they have been doing for 47 years. Nobody ever took them on. We took them on. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no leaders. They have no nothing. Actually, their leaders are, it is regime change.
The Iranians continue to threaten U.S. forces in the region, but while the Iranians are talking, the Americans are preparing, sending dozens of additional transport planes.
That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now. Here's something that's interesting. This is how many ships have passed the Strait of Hormuz since the war. 279. I don't believe we allow them to continue to dictate the world's economy. That's the real problem right now. We cannot negotiate with these people. I believe the negotiation time is over. That's my thoughts, you know. But hey, there's a lot of you that are a lot smarter than I am by this, and that you probably have a better idea of how to handle this. And you know, I'm open to any and all ideas. Any and all ideas I'm open to. Let's go here. Grimwrath. What do you got, Grimwrath?
Well, Ben, just for a funny, what if we backed a ship up to the shores of Iran and dropped off 100,000 pigs and 100,000 dogs and started pushing them through the country?
I would feel sorry for the dogs.
Oh, you ain't kidding, but I'll tell you what, you want to talk about freak them out? 100,000 pigs running through their street when they can't eat bacon?
That'd be a weird one, wouldn't it?
Dude, I'm just over it. It's like, okay, you know, we can talk about being nice. We can talk about all this BS. It's, yeah, maybe, oh, well, bomb this, bomb. No, the Iran people have said we cannot get control of this country as long as they are still in power. So what Trump has to do, and it's simple, go in 3 days, take out the bridges, take out their main power plants, and then start airdropping guns and weapons right through the streets of town.
I agree. God bless you, Grimwrath. God bless you. Appreciate the call. Who is more dangerous right now? Who is more dangerous? I want to put this poll. Who is more dangerous? I can't believe this guy keeps trying to call. Line 2, go. Your number's blocked. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go right ahead. Turn the audio down in the background or I will hang up on you.
Oh, sorry about that. I just wanted to say I'm not a bowhead. We'll leave that to heroes like you. And thank you for your service. It won't go down. I wondered if you saw the Clarence Thomas.
You'll have to call back. If you can't turn the audio down, I can't listen to you. I'm sorry. Call me mean. I don't care. You're welcome to call me mean. I'm okay with being that guy. Right? I'm okay with being that guy. That's the mean guy. Let's go here. I want to show you this clip. For those of you that didn't see it this morning, I believe the president is done. I believe he is finished with the games. Listen to this.
I just spoke with President Trump for about 20 minutes, and he told me if Iran does not sign this deal, the whole country is getting blown up. He went on to say that bridges and power plants will be targeted if Iran does not sign this agreement. The president telling me that U.S. Special Envoys Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff are heading to Islamabad, Pakistan for meetings on Tuesday, possibly into Wednesday, to try and get this agreement across the finish line. The president telling Fox News this is a very simple deal, but this is the last chance for the Iranians. The president very clear in our conversation that he is not making the same mistake that President Obama made, giving cash to the Iranians and allowing them to continue a nuclear program. The deal on the table is to reopen the Strait of Hormuz to ensure that the Iranians do not have this highly enriched uranium that is buried deep underground after Operation Midnight Hammer last summer. And again, the president telling Fox News that the entire country will be blown up. Bridges and power plants will be targeted if the Iranians do not sign this agreement.
I don't believe they'll sign either. Somebody said, Ben is no BS. I love it. Sorry. I lived on a submarine where everything wants to kill you. And everything on a submarine is trying to kill you. That, and you know, I kind of treat my life with, if people can't get basic stuff right, I think they're trying to kill me. Let's go here. If you can't get basic stuff right, it's like riding a motorcycle. When you ride a Harley Davidson, assume every vehicle on the road is trying to kill you. And I believe right now, oh, there we go. Bubblehead. There we go. You like that? Very proud of my naval career. Could it have been better? Sure. I got that retired ID card, though. Man, it feels so good. It makes me feel like I'm climbing rope in gym class. Let's go. No, you're just dumb. Man, that guy is so dumb. You're so dumb. Let's see here. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Let's go, Ed, Poplar Bluff. What do you got, Ed?
My dad's an Army vet, and I'll make it quick.
Salute to him.
For 47 years, Iran's been nothing but a thorn in our side because we back Israel, flatten that land. Love you, brother. Love your show. Keep going
Ed,
like you do.
God bless you. Over in Boot Heel, Poplar Bluff, Missouri. I think it's Boot Heel. Let's see here. Man, what a dipshit. Let's see here. This one moron has tried to call me like 38 times this show and still doesn't get it. Line 2, go. Not listening to that. Sounded like a crime scene. I don't know what was going on in the background. I don't know what you're cooking. But I ain't listening to it. Brian, I do every day. Plus I do carry. If you're not carrying a Second Amendment piece, you are a victim. If you can't protect yourself or your family, you are a victim. Let's see here. Line 2. I have no idea what that is either. Man, we got the mouth breathers are awake today, aren't they? Line 2, mouth breather. I'll block your number as well. Let's go ahead and block that number. Nah, I'm just going to block your number. You can't pay attention to any level of instructions. I don't need to talk to anyone that's that dumb. There we go. Sorry. You're going to be dumb, be strong. That's what I heard. You're going to be dumb, be strong. Start lifting them weights. Hit the gym, dummies. I'm envious, Ben. What a ride that would have been. Thank you for your service. Man, I think the coolest thing I ever did in my naval career was ride. Well, I was on leave, but I rode a Harley Davidson from London to Russia. That was cool. I felt like Peter Fonda riding to Russia from England. Going to Bass Pro, stocking up. Don't buy ammo there. The best place to buy ammo, go to a pawn shop. Ammo is always cheaper at a pawn shop. Always cheaper. Let's see here. Dipshit, one of my favorite words. Let's see. As long as they are respectful, they should talk. If you can't follow basic instructions, you're not being respectful. That's my opinion. And feel free to start your own show. There we go. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. And here we go. Line 2. What do you got?
Hey, man, I think the words you was looking for a while ago was, if you're going to be stupid, you got to be tough. You know what I mean?
I'm a firm believer. You can't be dumb and weak. If you're dumb but you're strong, I can probably find a job for you. You can drive some post hole diggers or a shovel. You could probably run a hoe.
Something, man, tote something or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, if you're gonna be stupid, you got to be fucking tough. It's just that damn simple. I'm sorry. I'm using words I shouldn't be.
But that's life. That is life.
Hey, man, I get so upset, man, watching this stuff. People think Trump's, he don't know what he's doing. Man, he's so far ahead of us, we don't even damn have a clue. He's making this country great again. He didn't say nothing about America first, and everybody keeps talking about that. He's making America great again in our hemisphere, and that can't nobody touch.
Do you think that scares certain people? Or why are so many people afraid of us coming back?
Absolutely scares them. Well, they don't want America great, you know? I mean, that's the only way I see it. It's pretty black and white to me. It's, the word you use, binary.
It's a binary choice.
Binary.
Yeah. Yeah.
You either want America great again or you don't.
Do you remember a time when it switched from everybody being pro-America to half of the country hating America? When was that? Because I think it was the Obama administration.
Absolutely. You know what? I voted for him.
I agree.
And I'm ashamed. You know what I mean? I'm ashamed.
You voted for Obama.
I voted for Obama, man. I thought he was going to bring change to America. You know, I really did.
What change were you looking for?
Man.
What change were you looking for?
Everybody get along.
And you thought Obama was going to do that?
At first, yeah. When I voted for him, yeah, I did.
Did you vote for him two times?
Man. No, dude. No. No.
I think a lot of people voted for Obama out of white guilt. They felt guilty and they voted for the first black guy that came along, and they didn't care anything about anything except him being black.
I didn't feel white guilt, but at the same time, I was running around with homeboys. You know what I mean? I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like he was a good guy. I did. That was my feeling. I felt like he was a good guy. You know, I got a lot of black friends. You know what I mean? That's what I felt like.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate it. God bless you. I think a lot of people voted for Obama because of white guilt. That's what I think. And I would love somebody to prove me wrong on that one. I believe they voted for Obama because they felt guilty for being white. That's what I think. And I don't know if you'll ever convince me of otherwise. How many of you voted for Obama? I bet we get over 10% of the chat voted for Obama. What do you want to bet? We've got over We got like 2,800 people in the chat. I bet over 10% of you voted for Obama because of white guilt. That's what I think. I don't think you'll convince me of otherwise. It's scary that people were so easily manipulated. It's happening again right now. There's another one that's next. Your turn. If you don't think this guy could become the next president of the United States, Mamdani, you're crazy. Because I believe what's going to happen with Mamdani is that the Democrat Party is going to, if they win the midterms, Mamdani could very well be the next president of the United States. Oh, be careful how you, be careful how you speak on the Cajun Navy. We're not here to save a country. We're here to help Americans. I've got I've got family in the Cajun Navy. They're down in Lake Pontchartrain, actually live in Houma, Larry. I'm not insulting the Cajun Navy. What I'm saying is, hell, our Cajun Navy is probably better than the Iranian Navy. What I believe is going to happen, and you tell me if I'm crazy here. Democrats win the midterms. They then amend the Constitution so that you don't have to be born in America to be president. And Mamdani runs for president and wins. That's what I think happens. You think that'll happen? Am I crazy for even bringing that up? I think it's a real possibility. I think that is a real possibility that Democrats win the midterms, they take the Senate, they take the House, he gets in office quick. Line 2, go.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Line 2. What you got?
Hey, Ben. Hey, yeah, I was thinking when you said, when did it all change? I think, remember when Obama stood up for that that professor that was, that black professor that was arrested by the cops, and Obama went after the cops. And that's when it all really started changing. I thought we started eroding right at that point right there.
You could be right. You could be right. Yeah. Did you vote for Obama?
No. I've always been a conservative.
Let me ask you this. Did you vote for Ross Perot?
I did, actually.
Ooh, boy. Yep. You're welcome. Or actually, I'll say thank you.
But
you're responsible for the Clintons.
Well, I was young back then too, and I was just joining the Navy. I was 18 years old. It was my first time ever, so.
Ross Perot.
Yeah, it was.
Ross Perot was the trend,
It was, and my dad supported him, and so that, how that goes. Sometimes, when you're not fully developed in your brain yet, you kind of tend to go with what your parents say.
God bless you. Thank you for calling. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
What'd you do in the Navy?
I was storekeeper, which is LS now.
Good for you.
Yep. Yes, sir.
How long did you stick around for?
20 years, and then I got a job as civilian down here in Pensacola, working on base for the last 18 years.
Good for you, man. Good for you. I appreciate you. It's good to talk to another. I'm going to say this, shipmate, and you know as good as I do that term could be good or bad. You can really.
We're not.
Go ahead.
We're not just shipmates. The only thing that separates us is you have an S on the end of Dyke, and I don't have no S on the end of Dyke. We have the same almost last name.
Well, hell, we might be cousin. Hey, somebody else in the chat said they were a storekeeper. Dow 926.
Oh, nice.
I was an SK. There you go. God bless you. Take care, brother. There we go. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Man, I love this standing desk. Love it. Trump stopped the 16-year plan. Hillary was never supposed to lose. I think you're right about that too. I think you're right about that. If you voted for Ross Perot, thanks. Thanks. You gave us the Clintons. Appreciate it. Thank you for getting the Clintons in there. Really appreciate that. So happy. I'm so happy with what you did. I hope you're happy with what you did. I'm very happy with what you did. Line 2, go. Line 2, go.
Hey, Ben, this is Mark from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Good evening.
Hey, I don't feel guilty for being white, but I consider myself so white that I had to stop drinking Coca-Cola and switch to Pepsi-Cola.
Really?
And,
why?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but Coca-Cola had training sessions where they were trying to train their employees to be less white.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
But
a weird
anyway,
dynamic. Let me ask you this. So you shifted your Coke to Pepsi. Do you shop at Walmart?
not unless I absolutely have to.
What kind of vehicle do you drive?
Well, believe it or not, I got a F-150 pickup truck, but I do have a 64 Ford Fairlane gasser, and if you ever come to Clearwater, St. Pete, Florida, you're welcome to drive it up and down the beaches all day long.
Well, I appreciate you, man. God bless you. You take care. Stay out of trouble. I might take you up on that.
All right.
Thank you for calling, man.
I'm here.
God
Yes, sir.
bless you. Great call. Man, I need to go to Clearwater is what I need to do. I ran across this clip yesterday. I really enjoyed this pastor's messages. His name is Josh Howerton. And I think a lot of people voted for Obama because of white guilt. They were like, man, I won't feel guilty for my ancestors buying slaves. That's why I think they voted for Obama.
No president should mock Islam. That's not your job. But by the way, no decent person mocks other people's religions. You may have a problem with the theology. Presumably you do if it's not your religion, and you can explain what that is.
Okay, now hang on. What you need to learn to do is when somebody is making religious and especially biblical truth claims, what you need to pause and learn to do is evaluate the person that's speaking to you and watch closely. So I want you to notice something about Tucker that I'm at least starting to go like, what I want you to notice is when it comes to Islam, Tucker wants calm, rational explanation and argumentation, and mockery and derision are out of bounds, okay? But for some reason, honestly, I would like to ask him this. He spent the last 8 months on X saying things like he, quote, hates Christian Zionists, calling them heretics. I'm not saying that's me. I'm just saying how he's treating religions that he views different than his own. Actually, he said he hates them more than anyone else, and mocking and misrepresenting a lot of their beliefs. Why is it that when it comes to Islam, mockery completely out of bounds, but he's okay personally engaging that type of mockery with certain groups of Christians? That's very interesting. I do not think we need to treat Tucker right now as somebody that's not a Christian or is an apostate person or a false teacher, anything like that. Maybe. Just keep your eyes open. I've been doing this pastor thing a minute, and I just want to tell you something I've seen too many times for it to be a coincidence. Whenever I've seen pastors either go apostate, deconvert from the faith, or actually gravitate towards actual biblically defined heresy and go super progressive and all the things, they don't tell you that they're doing that. What they do first is they spend 2 or 3 years becoming like the Christian that hates all the other Christians. In general, if you want to know what team somebody is heading towards or what team somebody's playing for, don't necessarily watch what they say, watch which direction they fire their bullets.
Now are you starting to understand how this game works? If you start watching where their bullets go, that's how you figure this out. I mean, think about it. Think about how that works. Like this guy. Alex Jones pays guests $5,000. Does it make sense? How many of these other big channels are paying people? Probably a bunch. Probably a bunch. I could see it. I could really see that being the game. You know what I mean? Somebody had a super chat, and apparently I missed it. Ben, like for my boys to write thank you cards to our troops stationed overseas. Can you point me in the right direction? Talk to your local VFW or your local American Legion. They always do that. They always do that. Or they always have access to that kind of stuff. Dude just became a new member. Thank you for becoming a member.
Hallelujah. And boom shagala.
Really appreciate that. My channel thrives on becoming members. I just showed a guitar that I'm sending out to a veteran. I'm going to find a veteran and send them this Hummingbird Epiphone guitar. Love that. If you could help me out with some of the shipping for that, I'm going to find a veteran somewhere in the United States to do that. And let me grab a couple more of these. Let's do this real quick. Like real quick. This is rapid fire stuff here. Rapid fire. You better bring the heat or we're going to shut the kitchen down. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Give me a call. Love to talk to you. Give me your opinion. What do you think should happen? Line 2, go. Rapid fire. What do you got?
Hey, Ben, it's Elaine from California. So I guess we're negotiating with the wrong people then, right?
I believe.
Have no control over the people in the speedboat.
No. I think there's a separation of power there. The people in Tehran are not controlling the people in the speedboat shooting at the tankers. I agree.
Right. So we're wasting time with whoever we're talking to.
So what would you recommend?
Well, don't we have the philosophy that we don't negotiate with terrorists?
That was true for a long time. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I can kind of understand more why Israel doesn't trust the negotiations and why they just keep.
I think right now one of our only allies is Israel right now.
Yeah, you're right. And I can understand why they don't trust all this peace talking that's going on or attempting to do peace with them.
Here's my thing.
We're talking to the wrong people.
Here's my thing. Biblically, I support the nation of Israel, the people of Israel, biblically.
Yeah, I do.
And I never was, I was always kind of like at that point. But now, because I see so many people that hate Israel and the people that hate Israel are radical lunatics, it makes me support them even more because I know that you get the most return fire over the target. And when you have people like Candace Owens, Alex Jones, all these people constantly crapping on Israel, Israel must be doing something right, or they wouldn't waste so much effort to smear them. That's my thoughts. Thank you for calling.
Yeah,
God bless you.
It's about.
God bless you. Rapid fire. What do you got? Next up. Let's do it. 615-475-7864. Become a member on the channel. That'll always help. You're dumb. That was the person I hung up on again. I just turned it. I love seeing how many times he's tried to call. 4 times in the last 3 minutes. Man, it's amazing. It just shows how stupid some people are, is what that does. It's pretty telling. Let's see here. All right. What a great day. What a great day to be alive. Great day to be alive is all I got to say. Let's go. Guys, gals, girls, Ben Dykes Show rolling out.
Chief of the watch on the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive, sound 2 blasts of dive alarm, pass the word, dive, dive. Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
Here we go again! Here we go again! Same old song again! Same old song again! Marching down the avenue! Marching down the avenue! We don't know where we'll be through! We don't know where we'll be through! A long, long time ago! Long, long time ago! Heard it on the radio! Heard it on the radio! Sounds so good to me! Sounds so good to me! U.S. Navy submarine! U.S. Navy submarine! Recruiter just inside here! Recruiter just inside here! Turns out I gave them 5 years! Turns out I gave them 5 years! Had to get out of boot camp! Had to get out of boot camp! They won't like the smoking lamp! They won't like the smoking lamp! Now I'm a submariner! Now I'm a submariner! Rolling in the deep, sir! Rolling in the deep, sir! I'm secret mission, hush, hush! Secret mission, hush, hush! No one's gonna find us! No one's gonna find us! 6 months below the ocean! 6 months below the ocean! Can't remember the sun! Can't remember the sun! Can't write my wife no letters! Can't write my wife no letters! And Tony's gonna get her! Tony's gonna get her! But I won't trade this life away! I won't trade this life away! Makes it worth the Navy pay! Makes it worth the Navy pay! I can't be a bobblehead! I can't be a bobblehead! Might as well just be dead! Might as well just be dead! Long, long time ago! Long, long time ago! Heard it on the radio! Heard it on the radio! Sounds so good to me! Sounds so good to me! U.S. Navy submarine! U.S. Navy submarine! Say Riley, 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 Riley! Hey, sailor! Hey, sailor! Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Coral Sea! I've been to Coral Sea! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for freedom! Fighting for freedom! Hey, sailor! Hey, sailor! Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Korea! I've been to Korea! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for freedom! Fighting for freedom! Hey, sailor! Hey, sailor! Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Vietnam! I've been to Vietnam! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for freedom! Fighting for freedom! Hey, sailor! Hey, sailor! Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Desert Storm! I've been to Desert Storm! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for freedom! Fighting for freedom! Hey, sailor! Hey, sailor! Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Afghanistan! I've been to Afghanistan! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for freedom! Fighting for freedom! Hey, sailor! Hey, sailor! Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Iraq and back! I've been to Iraq and back! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for freedom! Fighting for freedom! Hey, sailor! Hey, sailor! Where will you be? Where will you be? I'll be where I have to be! I'll be where I have to be! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for liberty! Fighting for freedom! Fighting for freedom! Hey, Riley, 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 Riley.
Okay, guys, gals, girls, this is Ben Dykes Show. Smash a like and subscribe on your way out the door. See you in the next one. Ben Dykes Show is out.
We could do boom shakalaka. We love the boom shakalaka, you know. Nobody booms and shakalakas as much as I do. I do it better than anybody. I invented it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize it.
Rock on, salute, God bless you. Bubbleheads forever.